Hey, I want to talk about how difficult sometimes it is to support indigenous people's restaurants. Right? I don't like saying black because be lack, we're not lacking nothing. But the reason why I say this is because me personally, I'm a vegetarian. Right? I'm not vegan. Um, Borderline, I don't really eat like too many eggs or like I take away dairy and try to limit or very minimize my bread intake. But it's very difficult to try to support indigenous people's restaurants when most are not, or they don't have like vegetarian or vegan options, right? And this is not to say like I can go there and get some sides that might not be, you know, that might be vegetarian or whatever the case might be, but I'm not trying to go to a restaurant just to get the sides. You know what I'm saying? And some people might say, well, go down here, go down to Atlanta or whatever, or go down to these places here in the South and ever. I get that though, but like when you think about it, like on a more broader scale, right? Scale it out a little bit more, opposed to just one location. Because me personally, I don't like being in just one location, right? Ideally, I wish more indigenous people would spread out over the U.S. more, right? Because mainly we're in the South, right? And I could touch on that later of why I think that is, but it's very difficult to try to support indigenous people's restaurants while being a vegetarian slash vegan, right? Because most of the time is soul food, and soul food being like collard greens, black eyed peas, corn, cornbread. You got the meat and all that, but I don't eat meat. I don't really eat cornbread like that no more. Yeah, the sides are cool. Yeah, that's nice, but it's not like the main entree. And then like whenever you do find places that are like vegan friendly, it's like it's a vegan restaurant, but you're serving hamburgers that are plant based. You know what I'm saying? It's you still got the bun in there. That's not really vegan in my opinion. You know, I wish it was more indigenous people's grocery stores. After traveling the states, I've seen every culture, every ethnicity outside of indigenous people having a supermarket. Literally, I've been to 15 states in about 9 months. Every culture or ethnicity that man gave humans ethnicities have their own supermarket. I have not seen one indigenous supermarket. Have not seen one. Right? And I've seen some on TikTok saying that people were trying to make one in Texas, I believe, and that was just last year. Um, Please correct me if I'm wrong and guide me to the right area where there might be one, but that would be ideal because, in my opinion, true soul food is food that grows from Mother Nature, from Gaia. Fresh fruit, fresh produce, greens. That's soul food. That's feeding your soul. I know these other things, they taste good, but is it really nurturing your soul? You know what I'm saying? It's like the thing we call soul food nowadays is actually doing the opposite. It's not giving you soul, it's taking away some of your soul and lowering the vibration with the itis. You know what I'm saying? But let me know what y'all think, man. If y'all got any perspectives on that, any suggestions on where there might be some indigenous supermarkets. That's something I would like to see though, actually. Like more indigenous supermarkets, more indigenous vegan restaurants. Spread out though, not in just one location, because you know how you got it like in Atlanta in the South, you got one location, all of a sudden they pop up right beside each other. Now we competing with each other, right? Spread out. That's what I like to see. I think that'd be awesome, in my opinion. That'd be amazing.